Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to dive into a topic that hits close to home for a lot of you in the house flipping game. Recently, President Trump floated some pretty interesting ideas about shaking up the housing market in America, and I think it's worth exploring how these changes could really impact house flippers like us. So let's break down what's going on. First off, with interest rates being held steady by the Fed, many are feeling the pinch in the housing market. It is no surprise. Higher rates are tough on buyers, and that creates a bottleneck. When buyers are hesitant because mortgage rates are sky high, the market can stall. And we know that means fewer opportunities for us to flip houses. Now, here's where Trump's proposal comes into play. He's talking about eliminating capital gains tax on home sales. Now, right off the bat, that sounds like it could be a huge game changer for us flippers. If sellers are no longer worried about getting hit with capital gains tax when they sell their houses, it could motivate more people to actually list their homes. You know what that means? More inventory for us, more choices when we're out hunting for our next flip. And let's be honest, we all know that more options usually lead to better deals. But wait, it gets better. By easing those tax burdens, we might start seeing sellers who've been holding back finally dive into the market. Think about it. Someone who's been sitting on a property for years might finally toss it into the ring, and that means that some prime fixer-uppers are about to become available. And you know, we all love a good project. Plus, if the market starts heating up again, thanks to an influx of homes for sale, we could see a boost in home values as well, leading to bigger profits when we sell. Now, you guys, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the Deal Watch. It's our weekly newsletter. We give more flipping tips, more market insights, and even show you some properties that we feel like fit the criteria for what makes a good flip. You can click the link down in the description below. The newsletter is completely free. All right, of course, we can't ignore the flip side of this plan. Yes, more supply might drive prices down a bit initially, but in the long run, if buyers flood back into the market, basic economics tell us demand can push prices back up again. If people see they can sell without worrying about taxes, those homes can turn over fast. Basically, what I'm saying is there's a flow that benefits everyone, especially us flippers. Let's circle back to the implications of interest rates. Trump also mentioned that interest rates ideally need to come down to around 6% to spark some real movement in the market. If this happens, it could be the perfect storm for flipping houses. Lower rates mean more affordable mortgages, which can drive up competition among buyers. More competition means better offers when we sell, and we all know flippers love to cash in on that. But let's keep it real. Any changes in policies rely on execution. If these proposals are just proposals and don't get passed and there's no follow through, we might not see the benefits that we're hoping for. Every policy proposal sounds great in theory, but the ground game matters too. In the end, whether you're a seasoned flipper or just dipping your toes in, it's crucial to stay informed about these developments. The housing market is unpredictable, and changes like these don't just affect renters and buyers, they ripple through us as flippers and investors as well. So keep an eye on the news and policies coming out and be ready to adapt. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I am breaking down the news and what it means for the flipping market multiple times a week, and you don't want to miss an update. If trends start to lean in our favor, we need to be primed and ready to seize those opportunities. We could be looking at a golden era for house flipping if these changes unfold just right. All right, you guys, that's all for today. If you have any thoughts on how this could impact your flipping strategy, or if you've seen any shifts already, drop a comment below. Let's keep the conversation going. Make sure to subscribe to the Deal Watch newsletter, totally free. Link in the description. Catch you on the next one. Bye.